Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to school. I know a lot of you guys started school last week or this week or starting it next week, and so I wanted to put together a little tutorial for you. And so if you want to see how I got this simple back to school look, just keep watching. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face, but I'm going to use a very light little primer today. It's going to be this coconut primer water, and I'm going to spray it all over my face. The next thing I'm going to do, and because we want a lighter coverage just because it's a back to school look, I'm going to be using this COVERGIRL Clean Matte BB Cream for oily skin in the shade Light Medium 530. And I am going to use a damp beauty blender, and I'm going to squeeze a little bit on here and put it all over my face. So because the BB cream wasn't as full coverage, duh, it's a BB cream, I'm going to use a more full coverage concealer, and that is the Revolution Conceal and Define, and it's in the shade C4. So I'm just going to put that on my T-zone with my damp beauty blender on the pointed side. I am going to blend that in. And because that BB cream didn't really cover the redness around my nose, I'm just going to take that concealer around my nose. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is set my under eyes, because we don't want that moving around during the day. So we're going to set it. Whoa. And I'm also going to set my T-zone. So my face isn't really tacky, so I am not going to set it with powder. I mean, if you want it to last all day, you might want to set it with powder, but if you're in a rush, totally unnecessary. So the next thing I'm going to do is take bronzer, and I am using the Deep Bronzer, Butter Bronzer, Physicians Formula, and I'm just going to deepen up my skin a little bit. So I'm obviously an old fart now, but when I was in high school, I used to put bronzer literally all over my face. So now I actually properly put it on, and yes, this is the minimal amount I'm gonna do. And because I legitimately cannot go one day without nose contour, it's a problem, I know, I am going to contour my nose just a little bit. I'm going to go back in with that contour palette. Give my nose a little definition. And this is totally unnecessary. I didn't even know what nose contour was when I was in high school, or in college for that matter. I didn't even know what contour was, so this is definitely not a necessary step. But because I'm just like this, I have to do it. I just have to. Now for blush, I'm going to be going in with the Wet n Wild Color Icon Mellow Wine Blush. And just gonna rosy up my cheeks a little bit. gonna put too much on just because we're not trying to be all like glam on the first day of school, you know? So, yeah, that's good. And I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of highlight because we wanna make sure that people know you are laying out, your skin is glowy, it's delicious. So we're just gonna throw on a little bit of highlight. I'm gonna be using the Colourpop Super Shock highlighter in the shade Lunch Money, and I'm just gonna put that on the high points of my cheek and a little bit on my nose. Okay, moving on. So the next thing I'm gonna do is my eyebrows, and I freaking hate doing my eyebrows. Especially on camera, just don't like to do it. But I didn't even know what eyebrows were really back in the day. I never filled them in. I feel like nobody really filled them in. But yeah, when I went to school, this was it right here. All these like little patchies, yep, they were there. I mean, now I can't leave the house without my eyebrows or nose contour, and that's obviously a problem. So I'm gonna fill in my brows, totally unnecessary. If I was in a rush to go to school, probably wouldn't do it. So you can skip this step if you want. So I'm just gonna fill them in really quick and be right back. Okay, I'm back with my eyebrows. So I'm gonna throw on some eyeshadow. If it's the first day of school, maybe you wanna do like a little more glam look. If it was a regular day, I'd probably just throw on some mascara and call it a day. But I am gonna do a little look using this palette right here. I'm just gonna use one shade and maybe some glitter on that and then call it a day. So here we go. Next, I'm going to pop on some mascara. I'm going to be using this L'Oreal primer and then the Essence Lash Princess, which is my favorite mascara. So I just took the foundation off my lips. I'm just gonna pop on this Maybelline matte lip in Nude Embrace and then possibly throw on some gloss. And I'm not gonna use lip liner because ain't nobody got time for that. I'm trying to get to school. So the last thing I'm going to do is put on some setting spray because we want our makeup to last all day. Even though we didn't put a ton of powder on, and it looks super natural. Super natural? It looks super natural. So I'm going to use this Morphe setting mist to set my makeup. So that completes this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was easy enough for you to follow and to do it. And I love the way it turned out. You could even skip the eyebrows, the nose contour. I mean, no one needs nose contour. I just like to do it. And you could skip the eyeshadow and it would take you less than 10 minutes to do it. So thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!